Greetings and salutations.
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
Hey guys, first I want to give the definition of joy: a deep, profound feeling of happiness, delight, or inner contentment that often transcends external circumstances. It is typically characterized by a sense of fulfillment, peace, or elation, and can be sparked by experiences, relationships, achievements, or spiritual connections. Unlike fleeting pleasure, joy often has a lasting, meaningful quality that resonates on an emotional or spiritual level. Now I want to share my description of joy, my personal description. Joy, it's that warm, glowing feeling that lights up your soul, isn't it? It's not just happiness, it's deeper than that. It's the kind of feeling that wraps around you like a cozy blanket on a chilly day, the kind that makes your heart sing even when the world feels heavy. Joy is the sunrise that reminds you there's beauty in new beginnings, the laughter of someone you love that echoes in your memory, or the quiet moment when you realize you're exactly where you're meant to be. It's not always loud or flashy. Sometimes joy is in the stillness, in the way a simple act of kindness can make you feel so connected, so alive. Joy is the light of love that shines through us, a reminder that no matter what we're going through, there's something bigger, something brighter that keeps us going. Experiencing joy during difficult times might seem counterintuitive, but it's a profound human capability that often emerges from our resilience, perspective, and connection to what truly matters. In my view, joy in hard times isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is okay. It's about finding glimmers of light in the darkness that remind us of our capacity to feel hope and love even amid struggle. When life gets tough, whether it's financial stress, loss, or uncertainty, joy often comes through small and intentional moments that ground us. It might be the comfort of a shared meal with loved ones, where laughter breaks through the tension, or the way a song on the radio suddenly lifts our spirit, reminding you of a happier memory. Joy can also stem from gratitude, like noticing the way the sun filters through your window on a tough morning, or the kindness of a stranger who offers a smile when you need it most. These moments don't erase the hardship, but they act as anchors, helping us hold on to our humanity and hope. Spirituality or emotionally, joy in hard times often comes from a deeper connection to love, whether that's love for others, for ourselves, or for something greater. For example, someone going through grief might find joy in honoring a loved one's memory by sharing stories that make them smile through tears. Or during a global crisis, communities often come together finding joy in acts of solidarity, like helping a neighbor or celebrating small victories together. This kind of joy isn't dependent on perfect circumstances. It's a choice to seek out and hold on to the light, even when the shadows feel overwhelming. In essence, I believe we experience joy in hard times by leaning into the things that remind us of our shared humanity and the enduring power of love. It's a quiet rebellion against despair, a way of saying, I am still here and I can still feel this. Joy becomes a lifeline, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there's a spark within us that can't be extinguished. Thanks, guys, for listening to this today. I'm Sam. This is After the Bars, and you are listening to the Morning Mayhem Show. Hey guys, good morning. So sorry I'm late. I wanted to do the show today on joy for multiple reasons. The Can I get a 5x5? Just I'm gonna keep talking because I'm already effing 3 hours late. So I wanted to do a show today on joy because as you guys all know, thank you, James. As you guys all know, when my wife was killed, I became an alcoholic first and then a drug addict. And essentially, I didn't feel joy for 23 years, let's say. And let me just get everything situated. For about 23 years, I didn't experience joy, not with my kids, not with myself, not with family members. I wasn't grateful for anything. I didn't even know what gratitude was. And then I started getting once I did that really big cry, I had some sobriety and I did this really big cry. I was in a group setting and I had this really big cry and I wasn't saved yet. And after that cry, that it was like one of those, type of cries. I was grateful for my sobriety. And I think that was the first time I had experienced joy in 23 years. And the feeling was so intense that I was trying to mark everything, like all the reasons why I felt that joy, because I wanted to lean in on it if I had any dark times in the future. Like say like a relapse or someone else passes away that's close to me, which has happened 5 times, 6 times since that moment. And I wanted to, it was such a high and such a pure, like natural feeling that I wanted to be able to lean in on it in the future in case I needed to. And then just on a day-to-day basis, I was able to fill that little safe that I had of things that gave me joy, with all kinds of things, spending time with my daughter, one of her genuine laughs that she gets when she's really laughing. All those things I put in my joy safe, or my joy bank. And if I always knew when my joy bank was getting empty is when I was just like starting to be negative about things, and my joy bank was getting empty because I wasn't experiencing joy during the hard times. And so I had to fill it back up with those memories and to practice the gratitude and remember those things. But like right now, my joy bank is pretty full, even in those angry times or hard times, or if I'm feeling like I want to attack somebody, or if I'm feeling attacked, my joy bank is so full. It doesn't matter what's happening to me. Even I could be screaming at the top of my lungs at a sign that's not turning on at my shop, or the cable guy didn't get there on time, but I'm still inside. I feel all this like immense joy because my joy bank is so full. And I try to keep my joy bank as full as possible at all times. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today. If you guys are down, I don't want to do a news story. I don't want to do anything like that. I mean, I can. I mean, there's tons of stuff to talk about. But I think I just want to talk about what I've discovered helps me. When you mourn somebody for 22 plus years, and self-indulgently mourned, I always like to say that, because after probably year 2, it became really self-indulgent for me to use that situation to feel sad, to poor me, to want pity from people. Well, I would say I didn't want it, but that's what that's really, truly, that's what I wanted. I wanted everyone to feel sorry for me. I wanted the judge to feel sorry for me when I went to court. Although I didn't ask, I wanted to pretend that I had it all together, and I told him everything that happened to me before I became an addict and a drug dealer. And, so he would feel sorry for me. Of course he didn't. He probably had heard it a million times. The one thing I didn't say, though, when I was in front of the judge, was that I had found God. And I'm so glad I didn't. Everyone who does that, the judges see right through it. Even if they really did find God, and it doesn't matter, God, if God is going to punish us with through a judge, then you're going to get punished. And that's the way judges think. If you tell them you found God or didn't find God, it's not going to affect their sentence. They feel like they're doing God's work. So it's you're not going to get any action by saying, man, I'm praising Jesus, I'm praying every night. They're going to be like, cool, you're going to pray for the next 10 years in a jail cell. So and what's crazy is that I never really thought of the joy that I stored, that I hold on to through hard times. I never really thought of it as a bank until like last night when I was writing my notes to do my monologue, and or else I would have put it in there. And after I'd read it and I was thinking about what I was going to say today, and then on the drive here, doing 80 and a 30, I was thinking about it. It's kind of like a bank that that I keep stuff in, and the bank can start to deplete when if you are being negative for extended lengths of time. It'll start to empty your joy bank because you start getting less grateful. You're not paying attention to your daughter's laugh because you're being so negative. You're not paying attention to all those things that give you joy. And so that bank starts to deplete, and you need to change your attitude about life and start recognizing those things that fill your joy bank. So yeah, I might write a little paper on it or something and post it or do something with it. I don't know. I'll think about it. I have so much going on right now. Writing an article would be a lot for me to add that to my all my commitments. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. Everyone but Ben Bacon Bits. I was driving and I seen Ben Bacon Bits. He seemed angry with me, so I was like, that's why I was like, hey, I'm not just being late on purpose. Look at my message at the very first message, and I was getting X-rays, and they're thinking of possibly going to have surgery. We're deciding right now. The injections were so good that surgery might not even be. I might not even need surgery if I'm cool with just getting the injections, every 3 months. Then I might not have to have surgery. So they're gonna wait for all the tests and the X-rays and the MRI, and yeah, I wasn't just getting just regular X-rays. I was doing all of it, the dye, everything. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Let me see what's going on here. How are you guys doing today? Just lost the best. Just lost the best is all. A bet. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, even if you were a little tiffed at me, it's understandable. You know, to an extent, I guess. How's everyone doing today? I did hear the bad news. I received a phone call. I don't know if you guys have been talking about it. I haven't seen the beginning of the chat. I just want to make sure you guys even know, right? I'm just going to the beginning of the chat to see what's going on. Sorry, guys, I will be. James, can you ask Sam to share your email with me? Sorry, guys, I'm just seeing. You know. Did you guys hey James, can you let me know right now in the chat that can I talk about what we talked about on the phone? Oh, Anti-Monkey Pants says yes at the beginning of the chat. It was mentioned. I just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. Okay. Thanks. So, I just, I'm sure you guys all have heard that one of our old mods, Linda, has passed away. She was a believer, so I'm very, very happy about that. I will be in prayer probably most of the day over that her family just receives grace and understanding from God, and just the strength. You know, it's a tough loss to lose someone to cancer. I have never lost anyone to cancer, which is crazy if I think about it. I'm almost 60 and I've never had a cancer loss in my life. I've been around it. I've had friends, I've supported friends who have, and I know how ugly it can be. It does explain, like, one of Linda's nice Zoom calls now, of the way she was dressed but she didn't mention it, and that just goes to show her strength and her you know, she didn't want anyone to feel bad for her, because I was looking right at her, and but now that I think about it, I just, yeah, it would have been obvious to me had I thought about it. But yeah, we'll just you know, lots of prayers for her family. She is in the arms with Christ right now, so that is just amazing. At first I thought I would feel a little bit guilty about how things went down, but I don't. I didn't do anything wrong. But I had to play the tape back, because I love feeling guilty and I love feeling shame. Um, but I have to check myself on it and make sure that it's deserved. Um, but a lot of other things do make sense why she was, time was of the essence. So me not responding to her emails the same day, probably felt like a lifetime to her. And her husband being so upset with me makes a little more sense now too, because he was like, she was just trying to help you. And I'm like, I didn't answer the email the same day. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so glad though I didn't go on the attack with him, and that just goes to show how much I've grown over the years. There was a time when I would have, sent him 100 emails. Who do you think you are? You think you're tough? I'll fly over there right now. With all the keyboard warrior things. But my spirituality does not allow me to do that. My daughters don't allow me to be that person anymore. And I'm just so glad I'm not. For situations exactly like this, I would feel like a real idiot and jerk and if I had done something like that. And now today, something like this. Prayers for peace and strength. Yes. Thank you, Teresa. So what do you guys, how do you guys feel about joy? I wish we were like in a Zoom meeting right now, where we could all just like talk about it. Is it hard for you guys to thank you guys. I appreciate it. The class act comments and oh, that's beautiful, Blue Bayou. We never go wrong defaulting to grace. For some reason, that's making me cry. Don't you cry. Yeah. If I'm laughing like a schoolgirl, that I'm about to cry. Wait, no, I laugh at everything. So yeah, if you default to grace, then you can never go wrong. Yeah, I'm a mess, man. I'm a mess. Yes, it is, Teresa Maddox. It is so much easier. I'll tell a quick story. Because that's what I do. I was at a friend's funeral, and we were all supposed to go take our Harleys out. We were supposed to take our Harleys out on a Sunday, and I decided not to go. And anyways, the rest of my friends went, and they have these like roundabouts. You guys all know what a roundabout is, and it was a new roundabout, and my buddy was in the lead, and he didn't know that it was a new roundabout because he was from the Heights, and this happened on the west end of town, and he hit the roundabout doing about 70, I think they said, and he flipped over his bike, and he was dead on the scene. And when I went to his funeral, I was really sad, and I was just praying, while people were talking, I was just praying for his salvation. I just kept praying, begging God, if he didn't believe, will you just take my word on it that he's a good guy, and that he would that you would accept him into heaven. And
And I was just praying so hard that that if he wasn't saved, that you would take him. And I wasn't crying at that time. I was just praying, like, please take him, accept him into heaven. And because he was a good dude. He had like 8 daughters, and he was just such a good dad. And anyway, his uncle got up, and his uncle was talking about a time he went to visit him in jail. And he he's at doing like the when you talk up at the front, and he was talking about when he went to visit him in jail, and his uncle was a Christian, and his uncle said that he gave his life over to Christ, in that jail visit. And it was so quiet, and I just like went, just like cried so loud. It was like, because I was so relieved, I just went bloosh. I just like it was like this, like an exertion of happy joy, crying that he was that he believed. Now in my faith, I would, and all my Christian brothers will just say, well, then you don't get it, but I think I do get it. I think no matter what, he would have gone to heaven, if he would have been saved or not, because he was such a good person. And I know my Christian brothers and sisters will say, no way, it's faith and faith alone, and not by works. And I do believe that. I'm just such a contradiction. I just have so many doubts that that's the only way. But I believe, I do have faith that Christ died for my sins and that the resurrection is real. So, but it's just all about like how the Bible was written. And I don't want to get into a big religious conversation about that. But I'm going to hedge my bets, but that's not why I do it. I believe Christ is real. So I believe my bets are hedged, I guess. And then no matter what, I know I'm going, but I know great people that I know are in heaven, and they might not have ever got the opportunity to be saved. And that's a good argument. And I've heard, like, what about the people that just haven't had the opportunity to hear the gospel? I think that's probably one of the best arguments, right? But I've heard a retort to that, and that retort made complete sense. But I just can't remember what it is right now. I wish I could, and I could share that, but right now I just can't remember what the answer was to that. So yeah, it's just an amazing. I was just so happy. I was just so happy that his uncle came up and told me, and then his uncle afterwards comes to me. He's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And so I had told him, and then his uncle said, he's like, "Oh, he told me all about you, and that you guys had never had a chance to talk about it, and because I was always so busy, and so it's just another reminder to slow down and talk to your friends, and not just about what your problems are, or just, superficial, let's have a barbecue, and then, and just not talk about like important things, like salvation and or at least just a willingness to believe in something greater than yourself. I have so many friends that just don't believe in anything, and they're like my best friends, and I never get a chance to talk to them about any type of spirituality. And it's just a reminder that we just don't have all the time in the world to talk to your friends about that kind of stuff. So Mischief Manager says, isn't there something in the Bible where Jesus says, if you do good, you do it in my name? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely there is. I don't know all the context of that. But we don't make it to, because there's a new covenant, we don't make it to heaven by doing good. But Jesus is definitely taking all the credit for all the things we do good. Oh, all that good you did over there? Yeah, that's me. That's me. But if you don't believe in me and worship me, then yeah, you don't get eternal life. No wonder so many people don't buy it. I mean, I get it. I didn't buy it for a really long time. But I would hope that by who I am today, and that I do reveal, at least God's character, and the way I treat people, and the way I try to, shine, in my day-to-day, life. Yeah, that's right, John. Don't worry, pray for him. Let God be God. He is good. That's right. I'm trying to think of what did Shell say? I want to see what Shell said. Here we go. None of us are promised tomorrow, so make the best of today. That's right. That is 1,000,000% true. Someone else we were having this conversation about somebody else recently. Oh no, it wasn't a conversation. It was I did a story on the football player who had a twin brother. They were twins, and one of the twins got stabbed at a track meet down in Texas. I did a video about that yesterday, and the mom had said that, we don't know if we have tomorrow. You have to just, she was just saying, just hug your babies. She couldn't even talk. I was surprised she even got that out. She couldn't talk, but she was holding back. She was probably through her, when she's not crying, I'm sure she's probably yelling and very angry at that young man that took her son's life. Yeah, I bet you really upset. I heard kids talking in the other room, but it was Hazley left her YouTube on. How about I just say hi to everybody first? Hey Wolf, how are you doing today? It's good to see you. Glitterella, how are you doing today? I'm glad you're here. Mischief Manage, as always, I'm so glad you're here and helping out with the moderation. And you too, Woofy, of course. Where'd I go? Diane Hill, how are you doing today? Hey, Ben Bacon Bits, how are you doing today? I'm glad you're here. Thanks for your guys' patience. Grateful 1111, I'm so glad you're here today. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for your patience today. I really appreciate it. Hey, Wanna Love, how are you doing? Miss Auntie Monkey Pants, how are you? Elizabeth S., how are you today? Brother B, thank you for becoming a member today. I appreciate it. That's super awesome. Hey, Glitterella, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Ta-da! Also, Susie Q, how are you doing today? So glad you are here. Tan Louie, how are you doing? Yeah, I appreciate that, Tan Louie. When I was an atheist, I didn't knock people either for their faith at all, ever. Why would you? You know, just like I wouldn't knock anyone for being an atheist. I don't understand why people do that, and it just gives the whole subject like the worst name. You know, I don't know. It just all the infighting and outfighting and fighting. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome that you believe like I do, Susie. That's perfect. Hey, Thompson, how are you today? I'm glad you're here and are a member. Thank you for participating in the chat today. That is an awfully crying emoji. So sorry if I made anyone cry. I'm guessing. Hey, Kim, how are you doing today? So glad you're here. Thank you for being patient as well. Mischief. Kim, John. Hey, John Lozon. I like passed your name twice. I just, because you're my bro, like I just like I've skipped over you like 3 times and said good morning to other people. I'm like, wait a minute. I got to say good morning to John too. Hey, Heidi, how are you doing today? Good to see you. I'm so glad you made the show this morning, even though it's late. This probably isn't a terrible time to do the show for real. Teresa Maddox, how are you doing today? So good to see you. Words that make you out and out. Oh, I'll be around about the words that make you out and out. I've seen the day away. Dun 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 dun. Boom boom boom. In and around the lake. Dun 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 dun. But it's a lot of the skies and they stand there. Me and Ben Bacon Bits get that. Does anyone else? When I was reading it, I was like, I'll be the roundabout. And then I read the words that make you out and out. And I was like, oh, yes. I mean, literally, yes. Thompson Motherbird, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the show and all the support that you give the show. Woofy Wolf, did I say good morning to you already, Wolf? Nicole Lawongo, how are you doing today? I'm so glad you are here always. One of these days, we're going to get to that call. I really want to get started on your logo. If you give me a deadline that you need it by, it'll light a fire under my ass. I know it's just a psychological thing with me. And I know that sucks. I should just be able to be like, yeah, let's talk, in an hour. Who else is here? Rhonda Rambles. Is that what it says? Rhonda Rambles. Hey, good morning, Rhonda Rambles. How are you doing today? Oh, you got the unknown comic paper bag over your head. Morning, all morning, Sam. I'm late. I'm started from the beginning, but beautiful intro, Sam. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I wrote it, rewrote it. Yeah. I was doing that last night. I just wanted to do a show on joy. Because of a conversation that me and a friend had. and I don't want to do news stories anymore unless that's like something important. I mean, I shouldn't say that, because if I start doing them again, I don't want everyone to, not everyone, but some people be like, I thought you said you weren't going to do news stories anymore. I want to do them less. How about that? I'll just say that. I have to check myself on that stuff because I overpromise and I underdeliver. So I need to check myself on what I say what I mean and mean what I say, that type of thing. Hey, Paula D, how are you doing? I'm so glad you're here. I know it was heavy. Dennis A. Louise, how are you doing today? I'm so glad you're here. Who else is here today? Diane Hill, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. That's it, from the body is to be present with our Lord. That's right. Plain and simple. And if I know so many things to be true, right? And so if I really think I'm not saying that statement. I'm just saying I know so many things spiritually to be true. And I guess, everyone can say, well, you don't know that that's true or not, like reincarnation. No, I kind of do. And like, you don't know that, Jesus died on a cross and resurrected. Well, I know the Holy Spirit is real. So I kind of have to, buy the whole resurrection part. So I do. And I guess what I'm saying, Diane, and I'm speaking to everyone, but I guess it was your comment that made me think this right now, to say it out loud, is to be absent from the body is to be present with our Lord. And so I lightweight believe that that's what it is. We are with our Lord no matter what. No matter what. When we die, that's where we go. Now, and there might be different planes, and I think that's where maybe heaven and hell come in. I know in reincarnation, like Dr. Brian Weiss, who wrote Many Lives, Many Masters, I know he talks about spiritual, when he talks to the master spirit that speaks through his patient that's doing the past life regression, when he comes in and speaks and tells Brian Weiss what to do, for the rest of his life, and he basically quit his job at Harvard Medical and gave it all up so he could go to hospices and tell people what was going to happen when they passed. The master spirit talked about planes, and I think that's where we get in the Bible heaven and hell. And for the longest time, I believed that God not only gave us his son, and God was, how, Jesus is God, Jesus is the cup, and God poured himself into Christ. I think that's reincarnation too. Like, I think God poured himself into Siddhartha Gautama, possibly even Muhammad. I don't know enough about the religion to say that he would be that figure, but that he has poured himself into a lot of great teachers throughout the entirety of our world. And so, like, he just keeps coming back as, or keeps not coming back, but coming down and and teaches. That's just one way I believed in it for like a really long time. Hey, Heather Rhodes, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Blue Bayou, good morning. Paula Penley, Thompson, good morning, Thompson. Surviving Together, good morning to you. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day today. Down S Mom. Oh, Down Ass Mom. I think I just now got it. Is that what it is? Down Ass Mom? You know how you guys know how every day when I say good morning to Down S Mom, I always say Down S Mom. And I always think it's Don's mom. I think I just now figured it out. It's Down Ass Mom. Please let me know in the chat if I got it right. I hope I did. Because now it makes complete sense. Good morning, Eloise. I know I commented, but I didn't know if I said good morning to you. Motherbird, good morning to you. Ben Big Biz, I think I've got everybody. Tamber June, good morning to you. Nicola E, how are you doing this morning? Oh, that's beautiful. Sending blessings for our onward journey. Yep. John Lazan. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go down to the bottom, see if we can have a discussion about anything. Mischief Man says so many accounts of children remembering past lives of people who were proven to have existed. Can't discount them all. Yeah, those always trip me out. There were one of the ones that I really believed in, and the kid said he was a pilot in World War II. I really believed in this one, and but when the kid got older and got in a beef with his mom, had said that his mom fed him all that information, and that really hurt my heart, or it really hurt my the way I felt about that whole. It's not a genre of people, but it's like of that whole phenomenon, right? And but then the mom came out and said, no, he's just really mad at me. He's just saying that to make me seem loony. And I kind of believe the mom over the kid. I mean, I really want to mostly, but I kind of do believe the mom, because a kid isn't gonna, I mean, because he was really young, like 3, like he was just, or 4, just learning to speak. And now his mom is telling him, like, here, you need to go tell these, all these doctors and everyone that, what a altimeter or different gauges on an airplane are, because these doctors like kind of quiz this dude. The Christian doctors, were like quizzing him, and he was getting it right. He was getting a lot of stuff right. An altimeter? I can't remember that now. It's going to drive me crazy. Yeah, man, it was a bummer, man. I was like really bummed out. But then the mom came out and said, no, he's just mad at me. It was all real. And yeah, I think my mind is made up on that. I believe the mom. Because no 3-year-old's going to remember all the names of, or 4-year-old's going to remember all the names of all these things, they're being quizzed on, and where they flew over, and remembered his captain's name. But he said that his mom was a World War II buff, and like knew all these things and read all these like crazy books and things like that. But, I need to find this book. There's this book. And this will blow you guys away if you believe what I'm telling you. And I guess you would have to believe not only what I'm telling you, but believe the the person who I'm telling you about. So you would have to double believe. So get your waders on. You're in for some deep shit right now. Right? I'm asking you to double believe, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna share. So there's this book, right? I think that's how all my stories start out with. No, so like there's this book, man, that I read like a really long time ago, man. I was in the big house, man. No, but there was this book. There's this book that I read, and it was in Greek. It was written in Greek, and then it was translated to English like right before I read it. But the book is old, and the book is an account of this guy. It was written by this psychiatrist in Greece, and it was an account of a guy who was in a coma. And the guy was in a coma for like 3 years. When the guy finally came out of the coma, he said that he had gone to the future. And so this was like written in like the 20s or 30s. And so now all these things are coming true about what this doctor wrote, what he was told. So I guess I'm asking you to believe in three people: me, the book, and the doctor, and then the guy in the coma. So man, you get three people down, none of it's going to be real. It's the whole, the phone, circle, whisper something in someone's ear thing. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, the guy said that he went to the future, and the doctor's like, what? And he's like, well, tell me all about it. So he starts telling, he's got like these vivid memories of the future, and he talks about cell phones, and he talks about the World's Fair. That was gonna happen. He talks a lot about technology. And those are the weird things that this book that this doctor wrote talks about, these communication devices. Of course they don't even know to really call it a phone, because they're not thinking it's like an extension, or like their phone is hanging on a wall, and they're thinking it's just like a device to communicate with, and computers. But there's all these other things, events. I think there's more events that have come true out of this one book than like even Edgar Cayce has predicted. And I've never been a fan of the Sleeping Prophet of Edgar Cayce. I think his life was super interesting, and I've read 2 books on him, but not a fan of, or like, I don't necessarily believe in his his ability to do that. Yeah, I know, John. I know he did. He sure did. Yeah, he sure did warn us about false prophets. He dang it, John, you threw me off my story. I mean, it's okay. I'm just but this guy didn't claim to be a prophet. He just said, now Edgar Cayce was a false prophet. I believe. But anyways, so the doctor, in asking him his questions, he asks about religion. And this is still like, he went so far into the future. This is still like 200 years from now that he went. And like the year 2350 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And he's like, oh yeah, there's no more religions. There's only one religion. And the doctor's like, "Ooh, really?" And he's like, "Yeah. There's only one religion." And he said, "Well, which one is it?" And he said, "Christianity. That Christ died, and that Christ was, and the guy wasn't a believer, like, at all, the guy who was in the coma." And the doctor was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, there's only one religion and still not everyone believes." But that was the only one that makes it. So I thought that was, now that could either be, it either is like the only one true religion, or that it's like mostly all BS, and like, there was like a war that, that, we just don't know that, killed off anyone else who believed in anything else. We don't know. But when I first heard that, I was just like, oh wow, I need to look into this Christianity thing. But I didn't, not for years and years later. But yeah, it's a great book, man. It's a great book. It really is. Yeah, doesn't it? My other's keeper. Hey, and good morning to you. I don't think I said good morning to you. It does explain a lot. Not that we needed it to be explained away. We knew she was hurting about something. To like, she didn't turn on you guys, and I don't want to say she turned on me. She was just like, well, she kind of turned on me. She said that I was, holding hands with Brett, and we're like counting our millions, in the background, with all the scams that we're doing. Yes, so was Muhammad. Well, I don't know. Who knows? I shouldn't say that. I don't know. None of us know for sure. Sam, you and I need to have a private chat about religion. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The book is called, I'm never going to remember it. I'll have to look it up. But it's Greek. You could probably find it if you just type in the things that I just talked about. You could probably find it. And I could probably already tell you what my other's keeper wants to talk to me about in private. She's my sister in Christ. So she's probably like, don't you dare claim to be my brother in Christ again if you're gonna be talking about all that gobbledygook. No, she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that at all. Now my pastor would. Who else is here? But yeah, that book is amazing. You know what? Let me see if I can find it real quick. I can't be talking about all these great things and not giving you guys good info. Let's see. Greek book about man in, sorry guys, I type really slow. In coma, man in coma goes into the future. Goes into the future. Let's say true story. During a year-long coma, wrote about his incredible experiences living in the year 3906. Oh, it was thousands of years ahead. His journal entries are extremely detailed, revealing a life he claimed to have lived centuries in the future. Man, there's a lot of coma books like that. Ooh, do you guys remember that movie, Coma? Ooh, that was vicious. I have to make sure this is the Greek one. To travel to the year 3906 AD due to a strange time traveling phenomenon during a coma. Paul Amadeus, born in 1884. Yep, this is it. Oh, I'm gonna buy it again and reread it. He likely died of tuberculosis in Athens, Greece. Yeah, this is it. I am so excited. I'm gonna order one right now. I'm gonna share it with you guys right now. Drink olive oil for 7 days. Drink a spoon of olive oil for 7 days. Here's what it does to your body. What the heck? Wait, it doesn't tell me what the book is called. Oh, Chronicles from the Future. Chronicles from the Future. Yeah, no, I know My Other's Keeper. I know. And look, I go to 2 to 3 Bible studies sometimes a week. I at least go to one. I never miss the one. And I don't share my beliefs with a lot of my I share with 2 of my Christian brothers. I just it's just how I believe. And you know, if I go to hell for that, then I guess I go to hell. But and I'm not saying that's what you're saying. Not at all. That's not what I'm saying, My Other's Keeper. I would love to talk to you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just like, I believe what I believe. It's just because of all the other things that ring true. And I know it can be Satan, and it can be, you know, all these different things, you know. But I don't lean in and rely on those things for comfort. I only do that with God and Jesus. So, I use them to fill the void. I don't use those other things to fill the void. But yeah, I would love to have a private conversation with you. Maybe I'll bring you to the dark side. Just kidding. But I mean, that's what Jesus was talking about. Like, you can't, anyway, no, I don't want to keep talking about this stuff. It's getting too hairy. Hey, Cliff Ann, how are you doing today? It's so good to see you. I am so glad you are here. Well, guys, I'll probably cut it short. I'm just kind of just babbling about nothing today. Kim just says, comment, I just sent you an email to let you know before I take off soon. No rush, just letting you know that I replied. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, Kim's like, yep, me too. All right, guys, I love you guys to death. Sorry, so short. Oh, wait, geez, Elizabeth S. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Hey, Galen, I didn't say good morning to you. Galen gifted us 10 after the bar membership. Thank you so much. They are greatly needed right now. Today. What else? Brother B became a new member. Thank you so much, Brother B. I really appreciate that. And Glitterella did send us a $2 super sticker earlier. And Brother B sent me $2. Thank you so much, Brother B. I really appreciate your guys' financial support to the channel. I really do. It means a lot to me, and it's really will keep this thing growing, and I'm able to keep doing it, and I can slowly start separating myself from tattooing, man, I'm just super excited to get into to doing this full time. I did, because of the PayPal thing and what happened with Linda, rest in peace. I did put in, in the about section of my channel page, I did put a donation link. So, and it's crystal clear on what the donation is. So we don't have happen what just happened. It's crystal clear what it is, what it's for, and the link is just ran through my company. I'm not a nonprofit organization or anything like that. It just runs through my with the provider that I use to run credit cards and debit cards through my tattoo shop, and my clothing company. Well, the clothing company is no longer alive, but so it's not like a scam site to give your information. It's called Square. Everybody's heard of Square. And I've been using it for years and years and years. So I'm like a longtime member of Square. I don't ever have chargebacks, anything like that. Yeah, that donation link is in the about section. And so I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you too, Grateful 1111. Sam, just want to tell you, thank you for recommending Love on the Spectrum. Such a great show. It is a great show. And if you guys ever need recommendations for shows, I know a ton of great shows, and I want to know about shows that I might not know about. But yeah, it is a great show. We should have a show and just talk about all the different characters someday. Once everybody's kind of like watched it, that would be awesome. Sam, see James comment above. Okay. Comment, read James' comment. Everyone's telling me to read James' comment. Sam, can you give a way to go for getting sober, Ryan? He and I are on the road, please. Yeah, way to go, Ryan. Heck yeah, man. Good job, brother. Man, we're all so proud of you. Well, I mean, me and James are. I mean, everyone would be proud of you if they knew about you. I guess that's what I'm saying. James will tell you I'm a whack job. But yeah, we're all proud of you. I'm sure everyone else is too. James and I have been talking about you. Good job, man. This is the hardest time is right now, and you beat it, man. You beat that first 28 days. Just keep it going, and just keep us updated. If you get a chance, listen to the show and pop in every once in a while and just let us know how you're doing. That would be awesome. And we'll be praying for you and like your success. And man, you do not have a better person in your life than James Collins. You can't find anyone better than him to be in your life and to be a part of your support wheel. And if you ever need anything from me, just reach out, email me, whatever you want to do. Email me and just put, we'll call you Sober Ryan. Just put Sober Ryan in the subject. That way, if I'm prioritizing my emails, I just kind of running through them. I see that it's you that's there, and man, good job, brother. Super proud of you, man. Super proud of you. We are a recovery first channel, and then all the other things are second. So awesome, man. Thank you, James, for letting us know you guys were together. That's super dope. Yeah. Can we get hey, V McWilliams, where you been? Yeah. Can we get threes to Ryan? Way to go. Just a bunch of threes and prayers. I guess we're not going to use ones anymore. Which that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to use ones. My email is, thank you so much, Nicole, for putting my email out there. But yeah, that, man, it's hard, man. And we realize that it's hard. And so we realize that you're being a soldier right now and stepping up to the plate and staying clean and sober. All right. I'm gonna let some of these threes come in for you. All right, guys. You guys have an amazing day. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow. We're going to do, I'll be right on time. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. We'll just say 9:05. I'll be here tomorrow at 9:05. I was about to say, yeah, bright and early. And then I was like, man, that fool said he's going to be bright and early, man. It's 9:20. No, I will see you guys tomorrow at some point.
Stay loud. Don't be woke. Stay wild. Stay awake. This was morning